Well, it's finally over. 553 days in waiting, and North End have got a victory on a Saturday afternoon. Darren, how does that
Oh,
feel?
it's a big, massive weight lifted off every Preston fan's shoulders and the team, especially as well. But yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? Feels
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Just to get that monkey off the back, I think, just now for future away games. You're not going to have idiots like me posting 496 days since we last went away from home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah.
wasn't going to post it today, but I thought, no, today's the day it ends, so I'm going to post it.
You're gonna miss
We
it.
we were saying though, we both of us were really. I don't often predict North End to win a game.
Mm,
Like I was just Derby in my head. It was Derby the day
oh,
that
yeah.
it was going to end.
Yeah.
Like I think both of us said that last week. Actually, just quickly before we get into the actual game, because this is more important than any football result. This was in one of our WhatsApp groups yesterday. I'm wary of like advertising stuff on here, but this is supporting a great cause. Basically, Mark, who's in the PNE WhatsApp group, the away days group, his missus, I don't know if it's wife or not, so I can't say wife and then it's not the wife, so we'll call it Mrs., even though I hate that word. His missus is basically, she's a cancer survivor herself, and she is doing 10 5K runs in October for cancer research. So I was in one of our WhatsApp groups yesterday, so he posted it in there, and everybody was just donating, and I just thought, you know what, it's stuff like that just, I don't know, that's good to see. All the whining and complaining, well, that people do, including me, just to see like some people getting behind a cause like that. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes. If you want to support Nicola on her 10 5K runs in aid of cancer research, then that'd be great. Obviously, I don't want people to feel like they've got to, but if you can spare the money without sounding like, what's that thing called? What's it called where they do soccer aid? Well, like, if you can afford to do so,
Yeah.
then do it or whatever. But yeah, support a great cause, cancer research, and I'll put that in the show notes. But let's take it back to the football. Darren, actually, we probably best do a bit of housekeeping. Elephant in the room. Where's Critch? Where is
I know.
Critch?
We're winning. We've won, sorry, and then he's nowhere to be found.
I know. So Critch is like, you've all seen, our regular listeners or watchers, viewers will know. Critch will do it wherever he is. So I'm a little bit concerned as
Yeah.
like he'd been kidnapped in Blackpool for celebrating the win or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not like him to no show.
Yeah, we'll have to do a welfare check later
I was
on
going to say there'll
Chris.
be a missing persons post on the podcast Facebook in the morning. But yeah, it's a bit different doing it with two of us. But what's the overall thoughts on it, Darren? Because I think first off the game, we cruised that first half,
Yeah.
didn't we? Cruised
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a brilliant first half performance. And again, every single player played the part. Yeah, brilliant, really, really positive first half. And I was disappointed not to get like another goal just before half time. But again, yeah, a brilliant first half performance from the lads.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first 20 minutes, it was we were controlling it. We had a lot of the ball, but John Eustace's team do usually give you the ball. I think it was
Mm,
quite similar half to the first half at Derby last season. And then Alfie Devine, I think McCann passes in the ball and he just gets it. The Derby, you can't, I don't think we'll see Devine getting 10 yards of space and time to
mm.
take a touch, get it out of his feet and smack it in the top corner like he did again. But what a goal and what a way to end that record. Unbelievable. Right, it's always better away from home if it's in front of your own fans, right in front of those travelling North End fans. And yeah, what a goal that was,
Yeah,
Darren.
yeah, it was absolutely brilliant goal. But again, it just shows the quality the lad possesses. Tons of quality, and he's only going to get better as well. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, the keeper didn't stand a chance. And then you're thinking, I was thinking we need this second goal here.
Yeah.
Desperately need the second goal. Because they couldn't come out as bad second half
Mm.
as they did first half. And Smajic had a great ball. Got to say, this is the difference. We talk about this a couple of times this season. And Ben Whiteman, last season, is Ben Whiteman picking up the ball from
Mm.
25 yards outside from our goal, well, from
Yeah,
Derby's goal, whipping that ball in, great ball in for Osmajic. And that's the difference this season with Whiteman. It just feels like it sort of started clicking for him.
yeah.
Um, you said it was a good save. You messaged me.
It was. It was. It was a good save. I thought it would got down well to it. But I know what you're like with your keepers and their saves down this.
When I watched it live, I thought, oh, it's a great save that. And then it showed the replay and I thought, could Osmajic have done better with that? It was straight at the keeper. And then I seen you, what a save. I thought, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. But Yeah, so that's my itch. Shot straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And then they sort of, just before half time, they had a really good, like, I think they got in some decent positions. And I
Mm.
think Ben Whiteman made a crucial block. They were appealing for a penalty, but it was never a penalty, was it? Just before the
No,
stroke of half time.
no, it wasn't. No, no.
And then we said they wouldn't come out as bad second half. And the sub that they made at half time,
Yeah,
Patrick Adjuman came on.
yeah,
Obviously, £6 million, Patrick Adjuman. Not
yeah.
the original Patrick
I
Adjuman.
know. Yeah, his name's giving me flashbacks. I was just thinking in my head. Then I'm thinking, oh, Patrick Adjuman's coming on. I was like, oh, right, okay. But yeah, it completely changed the game for Derby, and the whole way that they played as well was obviously setting up to find a long ball over to him as well. But yeah, they came out a different team in second half, Derby.
Yeah, they did. I was reading bits of social media before we came on here, and like obviously posts that were coming through the second half, and a lot of people. I'm curious what you think on this. A lot of people were saying, "Why are we doing this again? Why are we retreating? Why are we letting Derby come at us?" Did you think it was a case of letting them come at us, or did they make us retreat, sort of thing?
I think it's a bit. I can understand some of the comments, but obviously Derby changed the game. Obviously, when they brought on Adjumang, and I think they also brought on another player as well, just at the start of the second half. Sorry, a bit later on in the second half, and they changed the way they played as well. They were more counter-attacking, and in the first half, they were more trying to play out from their midfield and trying to press quite high. But again, yeah, I can understand. Sometimes with North End, we do tend to sit back and almost invite this pressure onto us. And it does get a bit worrying because there was times where it was like, they've had a few moments in that second half where, they could have easily just got a header and it could have just gone in, from a couple of balls that went in as well. But yeah, again, just credit to our defence as well.
Yeah, they stood tall. They stood tall. I think we managed that second half quite well because it started off. I think Devine and McCann both played a couple of loose balls in the middle of the pitch, and that sort of got the Derby fans going. The new
Yeah.
signing comes on his first game at Pride Park, Adjumang, and I don't know, he just got that crowd up. A couple of runs. It's all it takes. So when you shoot into because they were shooting. I know there's Derby fans behind both ends, but that's the one where all the atmosphere is, and it got them a little bit up for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any chance they did have. There was a spell when I'd say it was between 58 to maybe 72, 73 minutes where I thought, right, that you have a spell in a game and you've got to score when you're on top, and Derby didn't do that. But we were talking about goalkeeping saves. I think the Everson save
Mm.
is better than the one that he made against Leicester that was straight at him. Um, but no, honestly, all joking aside, this was a great save because
Yeah.
Adjumang, he had a full view of goal. He'd
Yeah.
got in, and you're thinking, right there. I think he got in besides Whiteman. I thought Whiteman was excellent first half. Second half, I don't think anyone particularly did great second half, but
Yeah.
he gave the ball away there. He got the striker Adjumang got in behind him. And I think the striker's saying he's got to score, but Everson save it with his feet. And I was thinking, I'm not sure if we keep that out last season, maybe that's a bit harsh. But I thought this was a great save.
It was. It was a brilliant save. And again, Everson just shows the quality that he possesses. Once he's got obviously the game time that he wants to find, obviously the reasons why he comes back to North End, wants to play first team football, and he's proving why he is a really good goalkeeper at this level.
Yeah, definitely. I'd just say he's probably been one of the big positives start of this season. I seen a video at full time someone put in our WhatsApp group, and they were saying that all the North End fans were chanting his name. But yeah, so I'd say after that, I mean, we make the sub. I think Dobbin picks up a knock. How it showed it on TV. Heckingbottom saying, "Go down, go down." He comes off. And I do think this substitute, maybe it's just a break in play. It sort of calmed us down a little bit. And I think after the first sub, I don't think they didn't really threaten, did they? I mean, we made another two subs later on. I just thought those subs, they help break up the game. You make the one, then you make the two. Gibson obviously goes down with what looked like a head injury. And then I think, look, that shows the options we've got this season.
Yeah.
Lindsay, when you've got backs against the wall, they're playing balls into the box against you like Sir Carlton Morris, and you can bring Lindsay on to relieve the defence. I think it just shows what options we've got in that position. I mean, we've got the most money we spent this summer off you, can't get on the pitch. So it just shows the options that we've got. Yeah. But do you think we were going to see it out? And watching that, it was nervy.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I actually did think at some point we were going to concede. a goal, like a late scrappy goal. I was holding on for dear life to that end of that game. Yeah, but I'm so glad that we got the win. It was massive for the lads now, that win on the road. Massive.
Yeah, definitely. I was saying to my grand last night, I'm just struggling a bit for enthusiasm with North End. I don't know what it is. And I was complaining to him earlier in the week, and he was talking to me after the game, and I was like, just ignore me. I said the last 10 minutes I'm sat there, edging me settee, heading every ball.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good. I think Simon Grayson was the first North End manager I heard use this term. The game management in the second half, the last 20 minutes in particular, I thought was really impressive. And I know some of the critiques online was, why do we do this every week? Why do we let them come back into the game, give them a chance? But when I pictured this run coming to an end, I didn't picture it as us going there and playing a team off the part 2-3-0. Sometimes when you're not used to winning games of football, especially away from home, it's going to be backs against the wall. You've got to roll your sleeves up. You've got to win everything and fight for it. And that's exactly what they did. I thought, do you know what? I don't want to get too. I thought it was a really, really impressive last 20 minutes. I know
Yeah.
we played the better in the football in the first half, but the last
Yeah.
20 minutes to see the game out, last 10 minutes at no point really was I like, oh, they're going to score. But yeah, Jebison. What do you think of Jebison when he came on?
Yeah. Well, again, I just think that I really do think the lad needs a goal. I just think he needs a goal to set himself up and get a bit of confidence, because I can still see a lack of confidence in him. I don't know what it is, but he's fast. Don't get me wrong, he is rapid. When he gets that ball, he makes that quick turn. He is fast, because we saw a couple of times in that game where it was beating that last man of the Derby defence and going for it, and then obviously got pulled back a couple of times. But he's just lacking that little bit of confidence. I just think he needs a goal for me.
Yeah, he definitely needs a goal. I don't think that was his main. I think coming on, I thought it was a really good substitution. Osmajic
Mm.
obviously has been out injured for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't really Osmajic's game today. I didn't really feel.
No,
He made a few
no.
runs first half, but I think that was a really clever sub. And I do think Jebison, when he came on, he just added that little bit. He was people. I know a few people called him lazy in the first few guys. He was running all over the place. I thought he
Yeah.
did well. I think Jordan was the one who said that in our WhatsApp group. And he was spot on with what he said. I thought Jebison, when he came on, worked hard, put a shift in,
Mm.
and we eventually would go out and seal the 3 points, 1-0, cross the line, huge away win. And now, like you say, we can go into, is it Hull away next? We can go into that game with confidence.
Yeah, yeah, we've got a lot of confidence now. Why not? We've picked up another win on the road, and hopefully we can do exactly the same. Again, we need to start picking up these our away record, not so much our home record, because I think that we're quite solid at home. I think that no matter who comes to Deepdale at home now, we've got the confidence that we can go out and beat them. It's just this away record, but sometimes we're a bit shaky on. But yeah, why not? Let's go to Hull now. Let's beat them.
Yeah, I mean, if we can sort out, look, we're good at home. I think
Yeah.
we. I know I've got my own thoughts on Eckenbottom, but I'd say throughout his entire reign, we've been solid at home. We've never, no teams have come to Deepdale, I'd say, have found it easy to come away with a 3
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So if we can sort out this away form, there's absolutely
Yeah.
no reason. I know I'm not getting carried away. There's no reason why we can't push for the playoffs at least.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And that's where we want to be. There's been talk about with the season before. Sorry, the season before during the summer, saying that who knows where we could be. Obviously, with this team and the signings that we made, why not? It is possible.
Yep, definitely. Just looking at some of the tweets from Derby fans.
No,
I've not managed to
go on.
find a team.
Go on.
There's been no teams like Preston tweets. I think
Oh,
Moochie usually does that. I'm sure they'll find the tweet
yeah.
for us. But I've got a few. I've got Charlie,
Go
a Derby fan. It's an embarrassment when you end up losing to Preston at home,
Oh,
no matter how well we've done so far.
oh,
Come on,
right.
Charlie.
Oh,
Poor from Charlie.
the table speaks for itself. But anyway,
No. Fifth. Gems, only 3 shots on target at home. Says it all, really. Preston aren't that good of a side, but we made them look good in the first half. Big Pat looks like everything we want to be, though. So, yeah. Stefan, bro, Who? Can't play a first half like that and expect anything, I guess. Absolutely dominated the second half, but Preston put bodies on the line and had a bit of luck. Fair play to them. I think Eustace got that wrong today. Formation and tactics, first half, all wrong. Diaz somehow played 80 minutes. Yeah, Brereton Diaz was poor for them today. Looks a different player from his Blackburn days, doesn't he?
Yeah, completely different player, yeah. Didn't impress me at all today, to be honest.
Yeah, we've got a few comments, North End fans. Zippy plays the drums. Does he? Hard fought win. Probably got away with it a bit there, but 3 points is 3 points. Would you agree with that? Do you think we got away with it, or?
You don't know. No, actually, no. I think that we actually played really well, and we saw the game out professionally, and it was an all-round good team performance from every man on that pitch. Every man put a shift in tonight. Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, when we're coming on here, and I said to you before we started recording, I don't have nothing negative to say. That to me, that's the dream away performance. Get 1-0 up early on, see out the game. That's
3 points.
That's perfect. It's perfect. PNE Lens should have finished these off, to be fair, but I'm definitely taking 3 points from away games. Well played, lads. And yeah, I'll tell you what, you'll like the last one from Sam. Daniel Everson is the best thing to ever happen to this football club. I know you're a big fan.
Well, he's up there. No, I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever to happen to this football club, but he's a close second.
Yeah, I think, well, I was never one of the people who criticised Woodman to the extent that a lot of people would. Sometimes I thought Woodman was fine, to be honest with you. I know he'd make the odds mistake. I know we've got people shying at the screens. What about this? What about that? And I'd say the same with Mads, where I've been quite a fan of Mads. He just needed to be more consistent. But I think when you've got Woodman and Mads, and then you've got Everson coming in, who is a step above Woodman, you realise, okay, maybe Woodman was a little bit of a liability at times. Yeah. And then you look at Mads, who was playing well, once every 5 games. I might even be being generous there. Playing really well once every 5 games. Yeah. And then today, you're looking at Devine and Dobbin. Dobbin now has played maybe 4 games as a North End player. I'd say he's impressed in everyone. He's made an impact in everyone. Yeah. Devine, the same thing. So I think when you see, we have improved in those positions. But what did you think of Dobbin today? I'm curious what you thought.
So again, I think he's obviously he's got quality, the lad. You can see it in him when he's been playing for us. But he's very fast. He is very fast, and he turns on the ball. I just think sometimes that he's sometimes he can release the ball a bit quicker for me. Sometimes I know he likes to beat the player, but when there is an option there to pass, he almost thinks, you know what? No, I'm going to try and beat another man. It sometimes goes beyond what he should do. That little final pass for me, or the pass, before he loses the ball, he should have passed it about 2 or 3 seconds ago before moving that step forward for me. But yeah, he's a really good player, and I do highly rate him. And again, he's like with Devine, he's only going to get better. You can see why. Obviously, he's with a Premier League club. You can see his quality in him. But yeah, I thought he had a good game, to be honest, today.
Yeah, I just like the fact he picks up the ball, and say if he picks up the ball, I don't know, 50 yards from the Derby goal, he gets us forward quicker. Yeah, so he'll run 25 yards with the ball, and I feel like that's something. You're going back to last season, you're looking at Mads and Greenwood. Would they pick up the ball just inside the opposition's half and run towards goal? They wouldn't. They'd get their heads up, maybe look to play a sideward pass, slow it down. We've got Devine running about, we've got Dobbin. And I'm going to be honest, I think we need to make the most of them this season, because they're going to go back to the parent. I know it's only early to be saying this. They're going to go back to their parent clubs next season. We're not going to get them back. I'd be very surprised. Yeah. And I feel like to get 2 loan players in that attacking midfield position is something that we need to make the most of. Hopefully Osmajic can keep fit. Hopefully he don't get banned. We've got a front with those 2 players in that midfield role, Osmajic up front. We can beat anyone in this division at any given time. Especially, that's why it's so important we got this away win.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, we can. And we're proving that. We can do it. Obviously, when we go away now, we've picked up that away win, which is only going to give us the confidence to go on now to Hull and do exactly the same there. And then obviously bringing it home to Bristol City.
Yeah, definitely. Man of the match. I put a man of the match poll up. Who are you going with before I reveal the results?
Oh, well, I was saying my man of the match before, but again, People are probably not going to agree with me here, but I just think, like I was saying to you before, Alfie Devine, I think obviously with his goal that he scored today, and then just his watching him on and off the ball as well, I think he's brilliant. You know, he's such a good technical player, and we need to keep him fit as well because he's going to be so instrumental in our season going forward. He really, really is. You know, the lad's just oozes quality, and he's slowly becoming one of my favourite players this season. You know, when I want to see him start every single game, providing obviously he can keep himself fit and injury free. But yeah, personally for me, Alfie Devine.
Yeah, well, he got him. I think to get 85 minutes as well, because we've seen him tire, and I know he didn't really.
Yeah.
It's not his sort of game when we're trying to hang on to a 1-0. But for him to get 85 minutes, more minutes in the bank for him, yeah, positive there for Alfie Devine. They've gone differently on Twitter though to Alfie Devine, and I feel like my Ben Whiteman propaganda seems to be paying off. I know there's been a lot of others banging the Ben Whiteman drum. Man of the match, 45% went to Ben Whiteman, 34% to Devine, Everson with 20% and 1% for other. It was tough because when I'm making that poll, I'm thinking, who do I think the best three players were on the pitch for us? Because I thought if I leave one out, I'm going to get loads of people saying, why have you not put him in? But someone voted for other and didn't reply with who. Come on.
Okay.
You can follow instructions. But Darren, I know you was at our last. I know it wasn't a Saturday, but our last. Am I right in that our last away win was Norwich? You were there.
Yeah.
At Norwich on that Tuesday night.
Yeah, the last two. Yeah, well, obviously that was the the night game. That was but that were brilliant game. From the whole day with the experience was good. The Norwich game, brilliant. But also the Plymouth away game as well with the 3 p.m.
You were there, weren't you?
I was there as well. That one as well. Now again, it just seems like that seems like an eternity ago. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how long we spent, not winning at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. It's mental.
I know. Darren, it's how fast life comes at you. You live in the dream all that time ago. Them 6 months ago, 18 months ago, you live in the dream. You're at Norwich, you're at Plymouth watching us win 1-0. Life swings in roundabouts because now you sat here in a spare room having to talk to me after a win. Yeah. Life ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows. But yeah. Anyway, looking at the stats here, and this is impressive, really. So North End, 6 shots on target to Derby's 2. 10 shots on goal to Derby's 7. XG 0.79 to 0 to live. I know some people don't like XG, but anyway, I don't mind it, I've got to say. But 0.34 for Derby at home. I would be surprised if they have an XG as low as that in any game this season. So to limit Derby to that, especially when they're chasing the game the entire second half, that just stats-wise, they haven't really created any opportunities. And I can't think of too many others except that Adjuman chance where Everson did a great save. But have you seen any of the other results from today, by the way?
No, but I heard obviously the Man United Chelsea game's on at the moment. I heard that the keeper just got sent off.
Flipping it, 2-0 Man United.
Oh well.
Looking at the moment, 2-0 Casemiro scored. Oh, how great's that about? You can tell we're winding down the show. How great's that with Blackburn?
Oh god, that was absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I was laughing so much when I heard that as well. Yeah, 1-0 up, postponed.
I know. It makes it worse that Ipswich had 10 men, so you're assuming they're not going to come back, aren't you, with 10 men?
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Ipswich fans must have been in a weird position. They've travelled, 500-mile round trip, and you're almost celebrating the match being abandoned, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be replayed, that, won't it?
Yeah.
You gotta start 0. Some people are saying, will it carry on at 1-0? That ain't going to happen, that. Restart 0-0.
Yeah.
Imagine if Blackburn go down by about 2 points or something.
And then, they lose that replay, and it sends them down.
I know. Some other results in the chat. Some surprising results, Sheffield United 0. I thought they were eschewing Wilder's first game back. Sheffield United 0, Charlton 1.
Wow.
Sheffield Wednesday went to Portsmouth and won 2-0.
Yeah, they won,
Some really, really surprising results. We won't mention Blackpool's result. They got a last-minute winner. But yeah, I think we've pretty much touched on everything. Anything you can think of you want to mention about the game or not?
No, I think we covered everything down, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we did. Bristol City next Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Critch is not here to preview his favourite ever North End player returning to grace the Deepdale pitch again. I can't believe that.
Emil Reese. Mm.
Did you get your prediction right today, by the way?
I put 2-0. I put 2-0.
I said 2-1.
No, no,
I said
no.
2-1. So yeah, that one is down. Oh, I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm just going through the scores. So, Regan Linney, who's from Preston, right, signed for Carlisle. So I went to go and watch Altrincham last season. You know, like we were a non-league day, and I thought I went to go and watch Oldham
Yeah.
against Halifax, and I was looking at my phone. I thought I could probably make Altrincham game here against Barnet. So I drove down, and I was watching. I thought, who is this number 9 for Altrincham? He's unplayable. He was brilliant, right? So then I looked. He's from Preston, and he
No.
got a move to Carlisle this summer. He's been banging him in for him. I've just looked. Carlisle went to Altrincham today. He scored the winner for
Oh,
Carlisle back at Altrincham. So
yeah.
yeah. But Bristol City. Sorry, I tend to go off on a tangent. Bristol City next Saturday. What's your prediction going to be for this one, Darren?
Oh, well, Emil Reese coming back to Deepdale. Will he haunt us? Oh, it's one of them, isn't it? You know, he's just oh. You know what? I've got a funny feeling that he's going to get on the score sheet. Is that Reese? I think we'll win because again, like we were talking about, our home record's good, but the one person I don't want to score is Emil Reese. And I just have a really funny feeling that he's gonna try his best performance he's ever going to have at Deepdale in the Bristol City.
Well, I don't know. He'll have to play well to manage that. He's played well at Deepdale. You know him over the years.
Well, let's see, shall we?
I think it's quite nice. I hope he gets a nice reception. You know, coming back to Deepdale, our top goal scoring championship striker in the history of the championship over the last 20 odd years since it became the champ. So I think he deserves a nice reaction. He always was nice towards the town in there.
Oh.
But yeah, so what was your prediction then?
So for the Bristol City one, I'm gonna go 2-1. Preston win, but Emil Reese will score one.
I've gone 2-1 as well. 2-1. I think it'd be 2-1. They could actually come here, you know, in second place. They play Oxford tomorrow. You'd expect them to beat Oxford at Ashton Gate.
Yeah.
Even if they get a draw, they're in second place. So not going to be an easy game. But I feel like we always used to do well against Bristol City. We used to be their bogey team.
Yeah.
But they've actually, I think they won at Deepdale 3-1 last season. If you remember that guy with the handball.
Oh, yeah. I do, yeah.
Imagine if we had this podcast there. Flipping out.
Oh, yeah.
But so we lost 3-1 there. I know we played under Lowe a couple of years ago, and that lad who went to Bournemouth, he was unbelievable. Is it Alex Scott who's gone to Bournemouth? He was brilliant that day. So they beat us then as well. And I can't quite remember what was the one the season in between under Lowe? I think we won 2-0. We won 2-0. Keane got both, didn't he? Keane got both, I think. That sort of saved Lowe's job. There were a lot of pressure going on him going into that game. Yeah. North End fans livid that we were like 12th in the league. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, so we've both gone for 2-1. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird having that much confidence in North End going into games. There's no reason why we shouldn't upset Bristol City. I think, put it this way, I know there'll be people come next Saturday if we draw. I'd have took a point. I'm telling you right now, Bristol City will take a point at Deepdale next Saturday. Yeah. So certainly not. Hopefully Dobbin and Gibson's knocks that they picked up aren't too serious and they can be back in the team next Saturday. Anything else you want to add, Darren? Anything you've got?
No, Dan. I think I've said all I had to say today, yeah.
Are you doing a podcast yourself or not?
Probably do one later on. Oh, one thing I did want to mention as well. I put on a couple of Preston, especially in the podcast group, and a couple of socials on Facebook that I'm working on a project, a little documentary about Preston North End. And I said I was going to ask the fans for like a bit of help towards the end of it. So I'm coming towards the end of this now. Basically, this documentary is about the history of Preston North End, put together in a bit of the short video. And towards the end of this project, I want to know what Preston North End means to the fans. So I would like, I'll put my number obviously in the WhatsApp group, but if you're not in it, get in the podcast group as well. I'm sure Dan will put the link to it in his Facebook or the link below, and send me voice notes about what Preston North End means to you, because they're going to be used in this documentary as well. So if you could send them in to me, that'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, so send them over to Darren. I know. Get them sent over. I watched the first 10
Brilliant.
minutes of that. It's really good. Really good.
Thank you very much. Thank
How
you.
long? How long are you looking at the final thing to be for that documentary? Running time, approximately.
So what I've got so far is roughly about 15 minutes. I want it to be about, realistically, about half an hour-ish long. I didn't want it to be too short. I didn't want it to be like over an hour. But yeah, I did want the club to be involved, and I did actually email them a couple of times, and no one's got back to me yet. So who knows who's watching this? Maybe they can get maybe they can get back to me after watching this today.
Yeah, and if anyone at the club has made it to 30 minutes, one,
Yeah.
thank you. Two, reply to Darren's emails.
Yeah.
Come on, sort yourselves out.
Come on, I'm waiting.
But yeah, so we will be back on the Flagship next Saturday. You got we usually talk about this off air straight after the game, but you've got to get back home, haven't you, after the game?
Yeah, but we're always looking forward to it though after the game. Yeah.
Yep. Go and check out my podcast on the North NEP Daily Football Podcast. There'll be a match review. I'm going to have to change the format. I was saying this to you before, Darren. I'm coming on here talking about the game. Then I feel like I'm doing the same thing on mine.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to shake things up as much as possible to try and get different. So on tonight's show, there will be voice notes from North End fans on there. Player ratings. I was going to do this on this show, but I thought I can't do it on this and the other. So if you want to hear my player ratings for each individual player, voice notes from the fans, I'll run through all the social media posts, and yeah, I won't be complaining for once. So enjoy it while it lasts, people. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. If you're meant to do this at the start, I'm annoyed at myself. Hit the subscribe button, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching or listening.
Thank you.